Welcome. In this video, we're going to take a look at the manual planning feature in Pivotal Tracker and how you can do the planning of your current iteration yourself if you would like to override it. So I am in the project settings by clicking on More and Project Settings on the left. And I would like to show you that there is an option down here to plan the current iteration automatically. This is checked by default. When that is checked, that means that Tracker is planning your current iteration as well as your backlog automatically. So using the velocity strategy that you have set here, Tracker is going to look at your past iterations, and by averaging those, it's going to see what that iteration or velocity value is, and it's going to automatically plan the current iteration and the backlog and not let you do more work than your velocity shows. If you uncheck that box, as I have here, and save your project settings, you will be able to plan your current iteration yourself. Tracker will still plan the backlog for you, however, so this setting is only applicable to the current iteration. Let me go to Stories and I'll show you what I mean. So in this setting, or in this project, you'll see that a little MP here at the top. What that means is manual planning, and that means that I can drag as many or as few stories as I want into the current iteration. So I could continue adding stories into the current iteration and make it as long as I wanted, or by the same token, I could make it as short as I wanted, but I have full control over the number of stories that are in my current iteration. Looking at the backlog, however, Tracker is still going to plan the backlog based on whatever your velocity setting is up here and whatever your velocity strategy is set to within your project settings. So this is a setting that allows you to do that for the current iteration. If, however, you are working with a team that is not using estimates on stories, and perhaps they're not doing traditional software development, another setting that you may want to do is you can actually set your point scale to a custom point scale and perhaps just have one value, just a 0 or just a 1, but I recommend having just a 0. By having just a 0, you will then within Tracker have a current iteration that you're planning yourself, and then you will have a backlog that will be all one iteration because all of your stories are 0, therefore Tracker will never plan more than that one iteration. And then you can use release stories, call them iterations if you wish, or call them whatever you want, and then have full control over where you put those release markers if you would like to plan into iterations yourself. So that's one way to do it, or just a way for a team that maybe isn't doing traditional Scrum or traditional Agile development. It's a way for that team to use Tracker in a more simplified environment. So that shows you a little bit about how manual planning within Pivotal Tracker works and how you can have a little more control over that current iteration if that's something that is necessary for you. I hope this was helpful, and please watch our other videos to learn even more.